Rock and roll.
Round 2, fight.
Fight.
Indeed. Round 2 fight. All right. Well, the lineups will not have changed. The
And why is
spawn
that,
points.
Raptor?
Well, so when we have a restarting King of the Sea, because occasionally the training room does dumb things, right? You're not allowed, you've already seen the opposing team's lineup, you're not allowed to make changes. Okay. So what happens is if there is a technical error, if somebody crashes, there's a problem in the training room within the first 2 minutes of the game, either team is allowed to call for one mulligan, and then everybody goes back to the training room, we reset and start again, but you are not allowed to change lineups. So you can't abuse it to look at your opponent team and go, oh, I want to change this ship because I saw they had that. Nope, none of that. Once you've spawned in with your lineup and the opposing team has seen it, you are stuck with it.
That's right. So I guess there's no point in talking about the lineup again.
No, the lineup hasn't changed, obviously. Everybody's seen it. I'll put it up here on the screen real briefly so that folks can get a quick refresher. But that's where we are. Short version, Bonks, 5 destroyers, 074. Go.
Hey, look at 07 changing it up. We always talk about should they change up after a restart is called or keep it the same. Look at what 07 is doing. They're just pushing 3 destroyers up to 5 line.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them play this map earlier in the day against KSC in their game number 4, right? And we saw it was I'm pretty sure it was Eagle. It was one of the Ragnars. And I think it might have been Frice's Daring. Or was it? No, didn't they plug a Salem in here? I think they plugged a Salem in here.
Where is here?
Around this island at B, right? Didn't they play this map from the south?
Yes.
They did.
Yes.
So it was a Ragnar and a Salem they used to kind of tag team the B cap. Here it looks like they're going to do the same thing with Ragnar, with Eagles Ragnar and Frice's Daring, backed up by Aces Moskva here. Yep, and Pieces is here as well. I think maybe they're hoping to catch somebody out that they might not otherwise.
Well,
Bonks playing very, very cautiously.
We saw this last weekend in the was AP versus I think it was KSE. AP going hard into that early blap as Admiral Tester gets smacked by the Ohio. In that particular battle, AP got the surprise drop on KSE. They didn't get a kill though, and KSE was like, "Fine, we'll just go back to what we were planning to do anyway," and they eventually won.
And they did. That's right. AP had a really nice counter for what they suspected KSC might do and weren't able to quite execute it. Ragnar's both detecting each other now. That's Vivi and Eagle Lance over on the eastern edge of the B cap. Vivi opening fire. Eagle opting not to. Well, I say that right as Eagle opens fire.
There's 4 ships shooting at Vivi right now.
Yeah. This is a very, very imbalanced matchup right now. There's a whole lot of ships with shots on Vivi and pretty much nobody with shots on Eagle. Vivi's going to give up a whole lot of health for this.
And that's what you were talking about a second ago, was this is absolutely in position to try to execute somebody who goes too deep. To Vivi's credit, he recognized the threat and backed off. He's lost a lot of hit points for that too, but he's got to heal.
Yep, he'll be able to recover some of those hit points. So not a total catastrophe, but certainly not in a great way to start the game if you are Bonks. Speaking of, Bonks is Marceau. That's Boom Diata all the way over on the 1 line now. Shove through A, pick that cap up. Bonks now taking up points. Doesn't look like 07's interested in the A flank at all, Zap. They've got Moskva is this. This is Elgar. He's angled away already, backed up by Peyton's Ohio. Seems like they're just going to chill back here. Not really interested in pushing the cap at the moment. So I think the action for a while is going to be around B and C.
So that's kind of a big deal, right? Because Elgar and Peyton sitting south of A, especially in kiting away fashion, which looks like they're kind of set up for, it means that Bonks can rotate to B if they want to. And you can kind of see that with Dyer right now, heading towards B cap.
Dyer's Ragnar definitely coming over here. And one of the things that 07 does really well that I've noticed over the years that not every team adapts to very quickly is they're really good about noticing, like, once a ship has been spotted, that allows them to kind of rough out approximately who is where on the board. And so until they've seen everybody at least once, there's always the possibility of a ship popping up somewhere you didn't anticipate. Could be a destroyer, could be a battleship, could be a radar cruiser. And so they tend to play a little cautiously until they've got a better bead on where everybody is. and then they start making more decisions about how they're going to position their ships.
Right. I do like Addy going into C cap. They're picking up the cap there.
Oh no,
I don't think
Nagato's going to take one of these. He's going to take two of these, Zath.
Oh no!
Two big torpedo hits on Battleship Nagato's Harugumo from Frice's Daring.
That's the risk you take when you play that close. Obviously, those were radio position torpedoes because they had no chance of hitting Admiral Tester Stalingrad.
Well, Nagato was smoked up there earlier, and I think they got fired at the smoke, and then the smoke expired, and then he was still more or less in the vicinity, and of course, ate at least two of those.
Right, right.
But despite that, the Conqueror just got smacked around. Where is our Hulk? There he is.
Oh, he's up at C cap.
I wonder what smacked him quite so hard.
I wouldn't be surprised if it was Marin. Remember that the Conqueror's got 32mm armor upper deck. So
yes,
into the superstructure, plunging in could hurt a lot.
6 minutes gone. Bonks out to a 170-point lead and growing. They own 2 caps. 07 owns nothing. Both teams trading fairly well, although Bonks starting a little lower on the HP pool simply because they brought an extra destroyer, and they have also coughed up more health to this point of the game.
I was going to say, this seems familiar that 07 has no caps.
Yeah, we have been here before, so we'll see, I suppose. Bonks is doing a really good job of pushing these guys away from the C cap. I keep wondering when Frice is going to get into B. It looks like he's finally going to make the effort. No,
he pulled forward again.
Changed his mind. I keep waiting for him to try, figuring sooner or later he'll pull out Admiral Tester's radar. They'll hit him a little bit. He'll leave the cap. The radar will go away, and then he'll come back in and pick it up. But so far, that hasn't happened.
Dyer just barely dodging a torpedo salvo from Frice. Wow. That was a brilliant positioning there for those torpedoes.
Well, Frice has already done really important, really big work with his torpedoes on the Harugumo. They seem to have chosen Arhulk's Conqueror as their early focus target. John's Salem way up the 10 line. He's in D10.
Oh my God!
Continuing to shell the Conqueror. Now changing targets, shelling Doofy with the AP from over there.
And it's important to note he's not detected while he's doing this either. They know something is there. They don't know what.
I mean, the rate of fire tells them what kind of ship it is.
That is true, if they're paying attention.
Now, Triarch reverses into C as Addy is leaving the cap area. Doofy is out of radar range. Yep. Doofy's guessing. That's a blind shot he's taking just at approximately where he thinks Triarch might be. No dice, doesn't get the reset. Trying again with the blind shot. Nope. Still no resets.
Wow, that was close.
Nope, Triarch's going to pick up C, but 07 already 300 points down here. 12 minutes to play in a critical game 4 that Bonks must win if they want to stay alive in the winner's bracket.
That's right, they absolutely do. Now, John making his presence known. And Arhulk responding.
Yeah. Wow. See, this is where matchups start to matter, Zath. The Conqueror's 16-inch AP wants to smash the Salem through the bow. Can smash the Salem through the bow. The struggle is that he doesn't. I mean, his dispersion is going to troll him a bit. He's going to struggle with it, and he's going to take a ton of damage while his guns reload. If he switches to the HE, Salem doesn't really care, right? Salem can burn for days and days and days and just push the fancy heal. And so we're looking at a situation where John might very well be able to basically solo a Conqueror.
That's hilarious to think about. Now, Arhulk did get a Citadel on John's Salem.
He did. And he's printing a new ship now.
Shout out to Wargaming for putting that Citadel animation in. Meanwhile, look at Bonks. 3 destroyers all around the B cap. They're all like, we just want this, but they can't seem to get it.
07 has flipped the script now. They own A and C. They're closing the gap now. As Bonks starts to step onto B, that should prompt Ace's radar. Eagle Lance is getting tripped. Eagle Lance is finding himself in a 3v1 he's not enjoying very much right now. Looks as if they might get first kill, and they do.
There it is.
Bonks claims a Ragnar here by just for virtue of superior firepower.
So that's going to allow them to cap B. Maybe not right away, because of course Ace has shots on Addy, but
it will happen eventually.
Yeah, and Ace is going to pull forward. He's now within Addy's radar range, so I'm sure he's going to pop his radar in a moment if he hasn't already. Oh, our Hulk goes down.
There we go. Our Hulk biting it. The Conqueror just simply can't hold up to the concentrated fire of what looks like about probably 3 ships. Triarch, John, and Marin's Ohio. Bonks down a battleship, still up about 150 points here, trying to pick up the B cap. But they're all shoved in the middle of the board, Zath. 07 is kind of enveloping these guys, right? They're well up the 9 line. They've pushed into the A cap. If you're Bonks, I'm not sure how you get back into the A cap against an Ohio. I mean, not with a Moskva there. Yikes.
It's definitely going to be difficult to do. Yeah, I mean, I would think that C is going to be the answer, but nobody's there. So you're absolutely right. Like, it's going to be hard. Once they get B, Bonks has to think about this. How do you move from there? Do you go... I think they should go to C from B. Like, go through the mid.
I agree.
Straight go in.
Well, essentially, you've got the majority of the Bonks. Oh, Moskva, Doofy taking a sit there. He's trying to get John off the board, who's at 4K, and oh, there comes the fancy ship heal. Salem laughs at your fires.
That's the troll. You wait until you're relatively low and encourage the enemy to focus you, and then you hit the button.
You give them hope, and then you crush it and snuff it out, Seth.
That's right, exactly.
All right, now we're seeing the Marceau. That's Boom Diata. He's getting into the cap now, up against Pieces Marceau.
And everything else?
And he's not going around that corner. He's already blown his starboard torpedoes. He can't afford it. Both of those, I mean, they don't want to trade here. Bonks can't afford to trade.
No.
They need to win this gunfight. He's doing well. He's a little bit up on health.
Remember, neither ship gets a heal, so it just comes down to which one trades better, which one can hit better. And that decision to stop is going to hurt.
Boom Diata's going to lose this gunfight, I think, Zath. There he goes.
Oh, he does. Yeah. Stopping is oof.
Pieces is alive on 700 HP, but it's enough. 724 more than he needs.
I was just going to make that joke. It's almost like we've casted so many times together. We just
almost like you and I have been doing this for a while. Well,
look at
Bonks
Addy.
Bonks looking a little desperate now. Oh my goodness.
Ooh.
What just gets happened to poor Addy?
Marin was ready, and that's what happened to poor Addy. Just got Robocop by 3 ships, maybe 4.
Just like that. Bonks 2 ships down. They own the B cap, but they're just enveloped, man. They're just, you got to break out somewhere, but down ships, how do you break? You've got to pick a direction and go, but how?
Right. And in that case, he only sent 1 ship to sea, so... But it's hard, right? Because like you mentioned, they're low on both flanks. Nagato detected now.
Not only Nagato, but Vivi's detected by Triarch's Marceau. Vivi putting up the radar now, trying to scoot north and salvage as much HP as he can. Putting good damage into Triarch, actually, as the Moskva from up north pitches in as well.
Battleship Nagato down to 1,500.
Yikes.
No longer detected. Triarch is going to go for safety. Makes sense.
If you're 07, the worst thing you could be doing is 07 right now is getting greedy and coughing up ships. You have a 2-ship lead. You have a cap lead. All you have to do, and we said it earlier, just hold what you've got and win the game. If you take the riskier the play, the more likely it is to blow up in your face.
Well, look at Pizza. He's just chilling out on the H line. He's like, yeah, I'm low. We've seen him do this already again.
He did it. Yeah, he did. Exactly. He did it earlier this series on Northern Waters. He got very low and was like, I'm going to chill in the back of the map. As long as my ship is on the board, I don't give the points to the enemy team for killing me. That is worthwhile.
Yep. Exactly.
They can see Triarch now. I guess Doofy's got him radared in there, maybe? No, it's Dyer. One of the two.
Radar.
Yep, they can't get shells on him anymore, though. He's backed up into a good spot.
It's a very powerful position for him to be in. He is on fire.
5 minutes to play. 07 working a 200-point lead, working on claiming the next step in their quest to return to the top of the North American King of the Sea bracket.
And win a
Bonks.
t-shirt.
And win a t-shirt. Bonks trying to force a game 5, but on the back foot here for sure.
Absolutely.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
I think maybe they might be able to get John Zath, but again, that's going to buy them a time extension and not much else. They've got shells on Triarch again. Triarch is lit. I'm not sure how. Somehow he's spotted.
Could be the other radar from Vivi.
Maybe they desperately need this kill. He's dark again. If you are Bonks, you have two possibilities to extend the match. They do clip Triarch with a random Moskva shell.
Yep.
If you can kill John and you can kill Triarch, you have a shot. But you've got to get those 2 kills. You have to secure those 2 kills.
Right, and look at Dyer. Dyer's like, nope, I'm just going to go somewhere else instead. So they've decided to focus on John the Ruthless, and they're chipping away at him quite quickly. But John just pushes a button.
Yeah, I feel like the mistake. I feel like they should have gone after the Marceau.
Yeah. Oh, but
they
on
do
that
get
note,
John. They get John. They needed that kill. So step 1 achieved. They had to secure the kill on John. They've done that. They've bought themselves some time.
Battleship Nagato at 558 health. He cannot afford to get spotted, though.
Yep. There comes the radar up on Triarch. They know he's there. He's got torpedoes out looking for Vivi. Vivi is either going to accelerate past these or sail right into him. I don't know which. They're going to get Triarch right here. There it is.
Past.
Yep. Just like that. It's only a 100-point lead now. 3 minutes to play as Bonks is on to C. They have to keep the back door closed, and that's up to Drix's Ohio.
That's right.
They can't let these guys step onto B. They've got to get every single point off the B cap they can. Vivi's still lit, taking some resets here. Dyer doing most of the heavy lifting with the cap.
That's fine. They need to get the cap, and then they need to get out of the cap. That's the hard part.
They need to get the cap. They need to sit off the cap and make sure Freiss doesn't try and sneak back in. But the big thing is they can't lose a ship in the next 2.5 minutes, and Drix is starting to get kind of low. Under 100 points now.
On the single cap.
Drix now being shot at by Peyton as well.
I think Drix. I think Peyton's going to kill him. Peyton's got plenty of time to kill him. He's got what? Time for 3-4 more salvos?
Well, yeah. And Elgar's in position to use the final torpedo if he needs to. Pizza even getting himself detected for a second there because he knows he'll be under the island.
That's a little surprising. That's a big risk on Pizza's part, but it pays off.
He must have followed Drix's guns and knew that his guns were looking elsewhere. Not enough time left.
To live 2 minutes now. He's on 10,000 HP and falling.
And
Ace driving up to Ace trying to deny the B cap. Being pushed back. If Drix dies, 07 wins. 90 seconds to play. Bonks trying desperately to stay in this tournament.
I think Drix is going to go out here momentarily, and that'll end it.
He is, yeah. 1,200 HP is going out. The best he can hope for would be to take Elgar with him, but there's no point now. Elgar needs to just not. Like, Drix is healing.
He is.
He's got to heal off. They're 50 points down, basically 50 points down with 70 seconds to play.
Yeah, I don't know about this idea of Drix is just shooting at Peyton, though. I think it would be better suited for him to keep his guns ready for something low health that shows up. Peyton's not going to die. You mean
like Pieces? If Drix moves up around the corner and spots Pieces and kills Pieces, Bonks wins the game.
That's right.
You can't risk that. But yet Pieces is trying. They're trying to force the win. They know if they get the Ohio dead, they win. But if I'm honest, I feel like if Drix would just move up and take the shot on Pieces, they get him. They do finally get Drix. 07 then will be returning to the North American Grand Finals. Well, I guess technically it's the first time we've ever done this. First time we've had a tournament formatted quite like this.
Mm-hmm.
But man, what a series. Do you realize we had 2 games in this series that both teams finished over 940 points?
Wow.
Like, I mean,
That's
it doesn't come much closer than that, right? And you had in game 3, no, game 2. Yeah, game 2 literally came down to the final seconds, whichever ship died first, right?
Mhm.
And if the other ship on 1500 HP had died first, we'd be talking about game 5. But instead,
Yeah.
07 with the 3-1 win, they have secured themselves a spot in the grand final and a chance at the top spot here on the North American bracket. Let's go back to the studio and see what Bogsy and Wisconsin got